somebody else then.
Well, hello, good afternoon. Very warm welcome. Thank you for joining us, wherever you are joining us from. And this is a huge press conference. Look at this. I mean, look at this top table here. There are belts everywhere. 7 title fights on this show. The Magnificent 7 ride again. November 18th at the AO Arena, Manchester, live on TNT Sports. We've got an absolute cracker from top to bottom. So many brilliant fights. And the man that has made it all happen is, of course, Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren, who is once again putting on a Magnificent 7 show. And Frank, let's tee this one up. I mean, let me come to you first here. What a show. You must be excited to have the Magnificent 7 ride again.
I am. I mean, I'm delighted all the guys have accepted the various challenges to make these fights happen. We've got, you go down the card, there's 7 top-of-the-bill fights here. So it's an absolute bonanza for boxing fans. One after the other, you're going to see some of the best young British talent, some of the best talent from overseas, some of the older guys who still, are in the sport undefeated. Every one of these fights has got a story. And I think, I look back to the last one we did and the fighters who were on there, and some of them went through and become world champions. I think that's what the same thing's going to happen on this show. These are really good quality fights, and I take my hat off to everybody who's got involved in what I would say is a competitive fight. These are not like, all down one side, all the blue corner, all the red corner. These are competitive fights.
We can't wait for it. Look, Frank, I'll bring you back in to sort of talk about each fight as we go through it. I actually want to start with a bonus addition to the show. James Hennigan is taking on Dan Catlin. You've got 10-0 James Hennigan here, unbeaten in 10 fights, taking on Dan Catlin. The Central Area Middleweight Championship is on the line. And as you can see, James is over there. James, big fight for you, right? I mean, you're a middleweight who really so far has perhaps gone under the radar. You've been doing your work, you've been building up to this, and now you've got a title fight. How do you feel?
Good, I'm looking forward to getting going. My first title fight. I've been asking for these fights for a while now, and thankfully I've been given one, so it's time to show what I can do on November 18th.
And the fighter that you're against, Dan Catlin, he is the champion. I've seen his last knockout, by the way. He knocked the fella out of the ring. Are you ready for something like that?
Yeah, got to hit me in one of them first, hasn't he, I suppose, so we'll see.
And what is it that you're looking to achieve from this fight? Obviously, you get that belt, but you're looking to make a bit of a statement as well on such a big show?
Yeah, get a good performance, good win on November 18th, and then I can start looking to push on towards bigger fights out there.
Have you got an eye on the fellas behind you? There's Denzel Bentley within eye shot. You turn your head a little bit. Nathan Heaney's there. Big fight on the same show in your division. You keeping an eye on them?
Yeah, of course. I'll keep an eye on it.
How do you see their fight going? Just to put you on the spot and make it very awkward for you.
Sitting on the fence a little bit, but I can see Denzel coming out with the win, truth be told.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And just
You're not sitting on the fence there, lad, by saying that. You do know that, don't you? That's calling Denzel Bentley's winning. That's not fencing.
Denzel, anything you want to say to James Hennigan, who's tipping you to beat Nathan Heaney here?
He knows he's boxing.
James Hennigan, thank you very much. Frank, let's just bring you in quickly on James. He's 10-0 now. Big fight for him, first title fight.
Yeah, look, these are nights where you can make your name. And you've got 2 guys in there they've had 20 fights between them and only lost 1. So this is a big night for the pair of them. A winner come through. He's going to get seen by a lot of people because this is going to get a good audience. It's going to get a good live audience, and I believe we're going to get big numbers on the TV with these type of events, and certainly this event. So, you've got to get out there, young man, and show what you're all about. The platform's there for you to do it. Same for everybody. This platform is there for them to go and show what they're about.
It certainly is. It also sounds like he's made a bit of an enemy in Nathan Heaney here, so a bit of fun going on there. Let's speak to Zack Miller. Big chance for Zack Miller here. He challenges Nathaniel Collins for the British and Commonwealth Featherweight Championship. There's 2 fighters that are 13-0. Zack Miller gives Frank a little wink here. You've come with plenty of confidence heading into this fight, Zack. Talk to me.
Yeah, of course. It's a massive opportunity, and I'm ready to take it with both hands. I was in the gym. Steve's come walking in the gym with a big grin on his face. He's gone, just sorted you the fight, and I've gone thinking it's some crank off the estate or something. Next minute he's gone, how does a British Commonwealth title sound at the MEN? And I couldn't say yeah fast enough. He went, I've already said yeah. So let's get cracking on, and no, I can't wait for it.
So there was no delay at all in saying yes to that? Because to be clear here, Nathaniel Collins is a step up from what you've been fighting. I think he's your first opponent with a winning record. It's a big leap.
Yeah. No, it's a big leap, and that's why I've stayed professional for all these years now, and been in the gym, and I'm ready to take my opportunity. I respect Nathaniel. He's took his opportunities when they've come to him, but yeah, let's get it on the line. 13-0 versus 13-0.
What do you make of him as a fighter?
No, I think he's a good fighter. I've not watched him too much, but I think I've been on the same show as him a few times. But no, he's a good fighter, but I'll be more than ready.
What do you do better than him?
I think got better footwork, definitely fitter, and speed. It's a good fight. It's a quality fight. I respect him as a fighter, but we'll see what happens on the night.
Well, look, he's been active on social media over the weekend. He's been called out a number of times. Masood Abdullah won the Commonwealth Silver title. He called him out. And I'm just going to read out, actually, Nathaniel Collins' tweet here and get your reaction to this. He said, I will chin Zack Miller November 18th, then I'll spark this other guy out. There's levels to this. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I think he's chin Razarani quick, and then he's got a load of confidence off that, but I'm not no Razar Ramza. Well, yeah, we'll see. The division stacks, and it's good that we're fighting each other like this. A lot of people go down different routes. They don't want to fight each other, but why not? The division stacks, so let's get it on.
Let's get it on indeed. Thank you very much, Zack. Let's, Frank, just bring you in on this one. 13-0 versus 13-0, your sort of fight.
It is, 26 fights between them and both undefeated. Someone's always going to go, as they say, so it's going to be interesting, really, really interesting. A great opportunity for Zack. Nathaniel, on his last fight, showed it's a pretty explosive debut. So I'm really looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I know that Zack's going to come to fight. He's up for this fight, and I know Nathaniel wants to go on and show the world what he's all about. So again, it's a brilliant fight for the fans. And for the guy. And let me tell you, it's not the end of the world for anyone who loses. There has to be losers. That's a building process in itself. Someone loses a fight, coming back. It's not the end of the world. It's how you lose. And as long as you're in there and you're giving everything you've got, that stands you in good stead for the future, whatever you do. But this is a great fight.
It's a great fight. It's the British and Commonwealth titles at featherweight. Well, there's also British, Commonwealth, WBC International Silver, IBF European titles on the line in the welterweight division on the very same night. Harry Scarff challenges Ekow, the Engine, Essuman. Both men are here today. There's been plenty of needle for the last couple of years in the build-up to this fight. And I'm going to start with Harry Scarff. I mean, Harry, this is a fight that you've been calling on for a little while. It's finally here. Tell us how you feel.
No, I feel good. I'm happy that it's finally here. It's a fight that I've wanted, and I finally got it.
Do you feel as though Ekow's been avoiding this fight?
I think a little bit, yeah. He knows how good I am, and I think he has avoided it. He's had voluntaries where he could have took me, and then, like you say, this has took a while to put together. This should have happened earlier in the year, in my opinion. It's dragged on. They were getting a bit happy that they might get an IBF eliminator, and he might not have to take this fight, but he's got to take a very risky fight at this stage in his career.
Well, let's bring in Ekow at this point as well. Ekow, feel free to, this is your opportunity to interject.
Okay.
Harry Scarff says you've been avoiding this one.
Thank you for having me. First and foremost, no, not been avoiding you. If anything, you're avoiding that man right there, Liam Taylor.
I'm mandatory. I've got myself in mandatory. How am I avoiding anybody? Who you took for your voluntaries?
You
Nobody.
turned down the chance to fight him for mandatory position on a show that he was putting on. No, it wasn't televised, but you got paid. You would have got paid decent money for that. You turned that down. So don't try and say that it wasn't that, I'm mandatory. Yeah.
I'm a mandatory.
You're mandatory because you're mandatory.
I'm a mandatory. Am I mandatory?
You're mandatory for a beating. That's what you're
mandatory for a beating. We'll see. Yeah. You've had a few beatings off me, so we'll see, won't we, on fight night?
No, I haven't, mate.
You've already had them. You know what's coming.
No, you know what's coming.
You know what's coming.
You know
what's coming. You know you got a serious fight.
We know what's
coming. I mean,
there's going to be a fight. This is going to be a great fight.
Your IBF
about it.
You got gassed a couple of weeks ago thinking you were going to get this IBF fight, but it's not happening. I'm going to get everything.
I got gassed.
I'm going to take everything.
Knowing that I'm fighting.
No, you didn't. You got happy.
I get to
you got
punch
happy.
in the face, and you're mandatory to be punched in the face.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
We'll see, won't we?
We will see.
Yeah.
Just a question here. What happened in sparring?
He's got a loud gym, yeah. You get behind the fighter when they're winning, yeah. They bang on the thing, yeah.
That comes to
I've
us
got a lad.
and
what?
goes off. So
Goes off on what?
Obviously.
Goes, I silenced your gym multiple
You've
times
never
when I've
silenced-
sparred you.
Come on, man. You've
Come
never
on.
silenced the gym.
Hard work, you know it's hard work.
You've never silenced the gym.
Struggled. You struggled.
I didn't struggle. Come on.
Yeah.
You was the weight above me.
Mate.
Coming to my gym to spar, and you're trying to say I didn't struggle.
You
That's
struggled.
That's why I said to you after that spar for the Anthony Fowler match, you need to bring yourself
How many
on.
times
You
did
need
we
to
spar?
you
How
need
many
to-
times did we spar?
Sparred quite a few times
Yeah.
now, haven't we, though?
Yeah, and who got the better? Oh, I feel I got the better of
I
all
feel
them
I got
spars.
a better review.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we?
Yeah,
It's
we
on
will
now,
see.
innit?
That's why I'm not bothered. You've come from the weight above. You're looking for your chance. As soon as I won the British title, you was going off on Twitter.
Well, yeah, I'm
Looking
gonna.
for your
I dropped down.
chance. And can't
You
blame
had the
you. No,
English
no, no,
title.
no, no,
You
no,
had the English
wait,
title at
wait,
welter.
wait,
I had
wait,
the English
wait.
title at
Let me
super
land,
welter,
let me land,
and
let
then
me
I've
land.
come down.
Let me land. I'm not animosity towards you because of that, because obviously I have something that everyone wants.
Well, that's it.
If that's what you want, that's the chance that you're going for. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that whatsoever. But you're mandatory for the beating, so that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, we'll see,
Yes.
won't we? Yeah.
Well, look, we
mandatory
will see.
I'm mandatory to take all your belts. That's what it is.
Mandatory for the
Yeah.
beating.
Okay.
We will see. Look, Harry, let me just ask you a very simple question here. He said you're mandatory for the beating. Why do you win this fight?
Because I'm better than him in every way. I'm better than him in every way, and he knows that as well.
You want
That's
to
why
be.
they don't want this fight.
You want to be better.
This is the fight they don't want. Frank's giving him
The fight
nothing
that
to
we
move
didn't
on
want,
for.
so we've
He's
taken.
giving him
That
nothing to
doesn't
move
make
on for.
sense.
Because you've got to take it. When did you last box? January. Your IBF thing was
I get
gone.
the opportunity to take it.
gone. You've
And
been
do what I
given
do.
nothing. Yeah,
Look
you've
good
won it
doing it.
outright.
And give
And
you your mandatory
instead of
beating.
moving on, you've got to take this fight.
I get to move
So then
on
you've got
after.
to
I give
you
the
you
mandatory
lose it.
beating.
Yeah, all right. We'll see, won't we? When you lose everything.
We will see when I beat you.
Yeah, bad management, that's what it will be called as. Watch. Like looking at me, all glassy eyed.
You're
I'm
looking,
saying,
you're
watch,
looking
you know
at
what I
me.
mean?
You're looking at me.
Yeah, you're the one saying, I'm looking here, looking there, you know what I mean?
Right, you stay where you are.
Ryan Garner about to jeopardise himself, it would appear. Thank you very much. We're very much looking forward to that fight.
I am.
Yeah, Frank, tell us about this
Forward
one.
to it. I'm really
Frank
angry.
seen me bash up one of his fighters before in Troy Williamson as well, on a week and a half's notice. You know what I mean? So that's why they probably didn't want the fight as well. Management didn't want the fight, his team didn't want the fight. So we're on now, aren't we?
Well,
For another loss.
My proper weight, we'll see, won't we?
Get ready for the loss.
There's only another 4 to go, boy.
well, look, we'll get a face-off very shortly between Ekow, Essuman and Harry Scarff. I am counting members of security. There are plenty here, so hopefully it doesn't all kick off, but hopefully it does. Let's keep things moving. Let's speak to the unbeaten super bantamweight, the European champion, the British champion. He's got so many belts these days. Mr. Liam Davies, you are back in action on this show, defending your crown against Vincenzo Femina. Tell us your feelings heading into this fight.
Hey, hang on. The undefeated
Yeah?
for the European. He's undefeated.
Yeah, the undefeated.
2
Vincenzo.
undefeated
Come on.
fighters again. 27 fights between them, 0 losses. This is a great fight. It's a really, really good quality fight. European title fight. Looking forward to it.
Big fight, Liam. Tell us.
Yeah, it is a big fight. Obviously, I'm looking forward to it very much. To one unbeaten, I ain't fought anyone unbeaten yet. I've been the underdog a few times. I pulled through. I've won every belt bar the world title now, and hopefully, when I do a number on the Italian, I get a world title shot. I'm number 1 in Britain, number 1 in Europe. So yeah, I got to prove that on the 18th. Fired up, ready to go, and because he's Italian, it's only right I give him spaghetti legs in it, I believe. That's my plan.
Do you feel like the fighter is very much at the peak of his powers right now? You know, you're 14-0, you've got all those belts, you're building up quite a resume in not so many fights as well. Do you feel at the top of your game right now?
Yeah, I feel at the top of my game. I feel like I don't get the respect I deserve, but I like it that way. It's been that way for a long time, so I want it to stay that way, and I'm going to keep showing you why. I am Queensbury's next super bantamweight world champion. Fact. Let's play this back in a year or two, because I generally believe that.
How far off the top, boys, do you think you are right now? I think you're top 15 with all of the governing bodies. It feels like you're knocking on the door. How far off the very top do you think you are?
I just waited on my opportunity. It's I'd like the Eric Robles fight for the IBO World Title. No disrespect to him, I just believe it's a fight I can win. And yeah, I've been asking for these fights, like I asked for the Bluter, like I asked for the Leech. I'm hungry, man, and you give me these opportunities, I'll take them.
And you're out of Telford.
And he has.
Taken every opportunity so far. Frank, I mean, you must be very impressed with the progress, the rise of Liam Davies.
I am. I mean, everything he's done, everything's been put in front of him, he's delivered, and that's all you can do if you deliver like he has. I mean, British, EBU, got the international title with the BC, which gets him his top 10 ranking. He's done everything that's been asked of him, and you can't do no more than that. And this is another step up for him. And as you said, he's fighting an undefeated fighter, so and a good quality fighter. So again, it's a cracking fight and a great opportunity. And if he does this, and I believe he can do it, if he does this, wins this one, then next year is going to be a big year for him. He's going to be getting that big fight. He will be getting it. We'll be in Telford, maybe a bit bigger than that. We'll have to find somewhere a bit bigger, and in a massive fight. But he's got to focus on this, which I know he will do. He's a thorough professional, do the business, and set himself up for next year.
Well, Liam Davies, let's get a final message from you on this one. If the unbeaten Vincenzo Femina is watching this, anything you'd like to tell him?
Just I hope you got a big set of balls and a big ox. You're going to need them on the 18th of November.
I think he will as well. Thank you very much, Liam Davies. We can't wait for fight number 15 in your career at the AO Arena Manchester. Let's keep things moving. There's a world title fight on this show as well. A new signing for Queensbury. Hannah Rankin has joined the ranks.
Hello.
Hannah, very welcome.
Thank you.
You're a two-time world champion already.
Yeah.
Is it time to get a third?
Absolutely. This is the one. And it's WBC is the one I've been wanting. I won the silver back in 2018. I've had a couple of world titles since then. So now's my chance to pick up the WBC, and I'm ready for it.
Frank, Hannah Rankin has been added to the rank. Hannah Rankin has been added to the rank. Sounded better in my head, that. A great signing.
Look, we're delighted. I'm delighted. You know, Hannah's, we've sort of met a few times at the shows over the last few months, and she's a joy and a pleasure, and I'm glad she's on the Queensbury team now, and we're really looking forward to it. She's got a tough fight, Emma Cousin. Because I've been watching a lot of women's boxing over the last year or so. She's not a bit of a handful. She's 23, wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, and I think it's a tough fight, but I believe in Hannah. That's why she's with us, and hopefully it's going to be the 3rd belt, and that's what we're looking for.
Hannah, you were meant to fight Emma Cousin before, and it hasn't sort of come to fruition, but suddenly it's happening for the biggest prize.
Absolutely. You know, this is a fight that's been talked about much earlier on in my career, and just before the pandemic even. So, you know, finally the opportunity is coming up now, and I'm expecting the best version of Emma Cousin on the night. It's for the WBC World Title. So, you know, I'm really excited to be getting in there and to showcase really what I can do. So, yeah, it's going to be a big night, and everyone can expect fireworks from me.
And you were Scotland's first female world champion. How much will it mean to you to take that WBC belt back to Scotland?
It would mean the world. You know, taking a 3rd world title back to Scotland. You know, I made history when I became Scotland's first female world champion. So to take 3 belts, you know, over the years is something special. So I'm very proud of that.
And if Emma Cousin is watching this press conference, do you have a message for her?
Yeah, bring your A game. I'm expecting the best version of you, and I want to showcase the best version of me on the night, and it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you very much, Hannah Rankin, and welcome to Queensbury.
Thank you very much for having me.
Very well.
Great to be joining you.
That's a world title fight on this magnificent 7 show, AO Arena, November 18th, live on TNT Sports. Let's speak to the man taking a leap up in levels, it would appear. Young Ryan, the Piranha Garner, takes on Anthony Cacace in a mouth-watering fight. A fight, I was shocked that the fight was happening, and I'm so glad it is. Ryan, for you, big leap up in levels. Are you ready for this?
Mate, I'm always ready. Like you say, it's a massive leap up in levels. He's got everything against me, really. He's got height, reach, experience. But I truly believe that my time is now. Do you know what I mean? I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. And the reason this fight's been presented for me is to prepare my career to the next level. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to take it with both hands.
Frank, let's bring you in here on Ryan the Piranha Garner. I mean, obviously he turned over when he was 18 years old, and you've always liked him.
I have. He's been, I think he's one of the most naturally and gifted, talented fighters that we've had in our books for a lot. Certainly when he was a young man, and he had a couple of little, what I call upsets on the way, and I think he's maybe, in a lot of ways, maybe they were meant to happen. But he's obviously grown up now. He's got responsibilities. He's got a family, and this is a massive opportunity for him. Between them, these two guys have got 35 fights and only one loss. Again, it's a real, well-matched fight. Anthony Cacasse's, again, done nearly everything that's been asked of him. This is shame he couldn't be here today, but this is, for him to come here or come on the 18th is going to be a chance for him again to show what he's got. But more importantly for Ryan, who's here today, it's his opportunity to show that he is what we all thought he was going to be. He's 14-0. His last two performances have been brilliant. Wayne's done a brilliant job of him managing and training him. And as I say, last time out, I thought it was one of the performances of the night. It was a really, really good fight. He done extremely well, and that's what's landed in him this opportunity. So now he's got to take it with both hands. He's even to say with Anthony, who's not coming over certainly to make up the numbers. He's looking at this fight as being a marking time fight for himself. So it's up to Ryan to get out there and show that he's wrong, and try and deliver the goods. One thing's for sure, it's not going to be for the want of trying, I don't think, now, because I think he's in a good place. I think Anthony Cacace in a good place, and they know that the winner of this next year will fight for a world title. I mean, he is the WBO champion, Anthony Cacace. Sorry, IBO champion. But I think he will get in a position, we get in a position where there'll be a unification. Whoever wins this, we'll make the big unification next year.
Ryan, let me ask you, was there a moment that you, or when was the moment you realised that actually, I'm ready for this stuff now? The learning stage of my career, obviously you're always learning, but those early learning fights, they're done now. It's time to step up. Was there a moment?
It's just now, really. Like Frank said, I've got a bit of momentum. My last two fights, been good, 2 good stoppages, 2 good wins. So I think if I ain't ready for those opportunities now, then when will I be? Do you know what I mean? I'm 25 years old. I'm in my prime years. I definitely feel it physically and mentally. So if the time it right now, when is it? So yeah, I was ready to take the opportunity with both hands.
Well, they call you the piranha. Can you swim with the big fish?
Always, mate. You know what I mean? It's feeding time.
Tell us.
Can you eat the big fish? That's what it is, not swimming with them.
Got a big belly for nothing. You know what I mean?
Good.
Ryan, how's this fight going to go?
Mate, don't get me wrong. It's going to be a tough fight. It's a big ask from me. Do you know what I mean? It's got everything against me, but I know what I'm capable of, and I know the way I'm feeling at the moment, the strength that I'm feeling, and the way I feel in the gym. I can only see one win, and it's by Ryan Garner. Do you know what I mean? Don't matter how it comes, as long as I get the win, that's the main thing.
And if Anthony Cacace's watching this, anything you want to tell him?
Nah, not really. Do you know what I mean? I think he knows he's going to be in for a tough fight. I know it's going to be a tough fight, and I think that our styles are going to gel very, very well. So I know the fans are going to be in for a good treat.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you, Frank, on Ryan Garner as well. There's a final eliminator for the WBC World Featherweight title, a mouth-watering fight on this bill as well. Nick Ball, unbeaten Nick Ball, the Wrecking Ball, takes on Isaac Dogboe, who is another Wrecking Ball, former world champion. Now, Isaac Dogboe can't be with us today, but Nick Ball certainly is with us. And here's that WBC silver belt. Nick Ball, this is it. This is the step up, biggest fight of your career so far. You ready for this one?
Yeah, of course. Wouldn't be sitting up here if I weren't ready. I've always been ready. It's just getting these opportunities in and working towards them, and that's what I've been doing. I've kept my head down and kept working hard and got myself in this position, and I'm ready to take it, yeah.
And tell us your thoughts generally on this fight. As a style matchup, it looks mouth-watering.
As a style matchup, yeah, we're both similar, aren't we? Small, stocky, come forward, so it only makes for a good fight, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, you're a Wrecking Ball, but so is he.
Yeah, but he's never been with no one like me, so I'm ready to show, yeah.
Frank, mouth-watering fight, Isaac Dogboe, Nick Ball.
Again, it's a cracking fight. Between them, they've had 42 wins and 3 losses. Nick's undefeated, But that's, and you know, and Isaac's a former world champion, you said. I mean, he's been there, he's done it. It's a tough fight. But look what's on the line. It's to become a mandatory for the world championship. The winner becomes the mandatory challenger. So everything is there for Nick. We've made the fight. We've delivered for him. It's now up to him. It's all there to be done. I believe he's more than capable of doing it in a tough fight, a very tough fight. But this is what Nick, I think, will thrive on. I think as each time we increase the level of the opposition, he's delivered and delivered in style. You know, Paul Stevenson, his manager and trainer, again, has done a fabulous job with him. And we've all worked hard to get him into this position. But obviously he's done all the hard work in the ring, and I'm sure it's going to all come to his advantage and will pay off on the 18th. Tough fight, great fight it's going to be to watch, outstanding fight to watch, and again, I'm really looking forward to it.
Nick, the featherweight division right now is just like in this country, it's incredible. We've got world champions, we've got some brilliant fighters. Where do you place yourself right now in the mix?
At the top, at the front, yeah, definitely. And I'm ready to show it.
Well, look, you the last time you really showed yourself, it was against another guy called Isaac, and it was Isaac Lowe at Wembley Stadium, and Isaac Lowe was sort of the who you had to get past to reach the next level. You stopped him. Do you think you can get this Isaac out there?
Yeah, anything can happen in this boxing, you know that. Obviously, I'm just looking forward to putting on a solid performance, and if the stoppage comes, then it comes. But that's what I'm coming for. I'm not coming to mess about or nothing like that. So, yeah.
Have you played this fight out in your head?
A few times, yeah.
Is it any good?
Yeah. Very.
How does it go?
Explosive.
Brilliant. All right, thank you very much. And if Isaac Dogboe's watching this, anything you want to tell him?
Not really, no. Nothing to tell him, no.
No. Okay, well, sorry, Isaac, if you are watching. Nick Ball, Isaac Dogboe, final eliminator for the WBC World Featherweight title, mouth-watering fight, November 18th on TNT Sports. Now let's speak to the fighters involved with the British, the WBA and IBO International Middleweight Championships on the line. Nathan Heaney against Denzel Bentley. I'm going to start with Nathan Heaney. Nathan, for all the time that I've known you, you've talked about how you've wanted to become the British champion. This has been your dream. Tell us how you feel now. You've got the champion there. There's a British title belt there as well. You're looking at it. It's within touching distance. How's it feeling?
Yeah, amazing. Just to have the opportunity to obviously fight for the British title. It's been spoken about for a while now. Obviously, every time we speak, obviously the British title, Stoke City and everything's always sort of tied together. But this opportunity's come sooner than I probably would have thought. Well, really, it's the way Denzel's career's developed in terms of I can't wait for next year for him to fight for the British title because he'll have defended it most likely. And then that opportunity's gone anyway. Or he could fight someone else, potentially lose, and then it's out of house. And the fight's so easy to make between me and Denzel because obviously we're both Queensberry fighters. So yeah, that opportunity now is great. And obviously at the Manchester Arena, it's a great arena that I've fought there before. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
So it's your chance to realise a dream. And look, let's bring in Denzel Bentley here. We've just seen there Nathan talk passionately about this fight. His chance to realise a dream. Are you the man to ruin Nathan Heaney's dreams? Is that what this is about?
I mean, dreams don't always come true, you know. We can all dream. But I'm happy he's taking this fight. I mean, he spoke about it. At my last fight, he did ask for it. He said, we go over to Stoke City, which I was willing to go to. We didn't. We're in Manchester, and I'm grateful to be boxing in Manchester, and I'm grateful he took the fight.
Why is it the right fight at the right time for you, Denzel?
I just like to stay active. I love fighting, so any fight would have been the right time for me, right fight for me. I mean, Heaney's a good fighter. We all know what he does. He sells loads of tickets. It's going to be a great atmosphere, banging atmosphere. He's going to come and bring his best. You lot said it's his dream, and I've never known a man not to fight as hard as they can for what they want. So it's going to be an entertaining fight, and I've got to be ready.
Let's bring in Frank here. Frank, this is another fight. You know, fans are really taking to. Mouth-watering fight. Talk to us about it.
Well, again, you look at their records. It's 35 wins and 2 losses and a draw. And Nathan's 17-0. Denzel went and fought recently for a world title. I thought he should have won that. I've said it a million times what I thought you should have done, but you should have won it. Look, both of them are Queensberry fighters. They're two lovely guys. Great advert for British boxing, world boxing. Great advert for the sport. We were trying to put the fight on at Stoke City because that was Nathan's dream, and we do our best always to try and make it happen for our guys. Unfortunately, they had work going on at the ground and we couldn't do it, and the position was they couldn't have anything there until maybe next year, depending on what happens at the end of next season. So Nathan was aware that this fight could be made, and he said to us from the beginning his dream was to fight for the British title. So that's how it's come about. It's on. I think it's going to be a cracker of fight. You know, as Denzel just said, the atmosphere is going to be fabulous. There's no doubt about that. And I genuinely think it's going to be a great fight to watch. I think it's going to be a cracking fight to watch. I know that Nathan, everything that's been asked of him, he's done. Denzel's a quality fighter. Nathan's showing that he's turning into a quality fighter. Why it's got everything that needs to be a good fight. And it will be. It'll be a good fight to watch. I'm no doubt about that. And I promise the winner of this fight will get a shot at the world title next year. I promise that will happen.
Well, look, so much on the line there, Nathan. You're hearing, should you come through, you're British champion. You've got the scalp of Denzel Bentley. You're in line for a world title as well. Frank's just said there as well. A lot to gain for you in this fight, Nathan.
Absolutely. It's like anything, the risk reward. The rewards are massive. The risk is there. He's a two-time British champion, defended it successfully 2 times, and had a very, very good performance against Janabek as the away fighter. So his stock's risen massively in terms of the world stage. So yeah, it's like you say, the rewards there in terms of world title and stuff. But the most important thing is the British title first and foremost.
What do you think of Denzel Bentley?
In terms of fighter,
as a bloke, whatever you like.
Yeah, I've already said before. I think Denzel conducts himself exactly how I would. If I was to have my son, if I had a son, would never be allowed to box anyway because my wife wouldn't allow it. But if they did, and I was to say look up to a certain person, Denzel would be the person I kind of look up to, or myself as well. I think we conduct ourselves well in the sport. We don't have to do any silly games. We're good fighters, and that's what sells. You don't need to do all this rubbish outside of it. But as a fighter, I think he's very, very good. I don't think he's got many weaknesses, and obviously his equaliser in. I'm essentially fighting one of the most dangerous middleweights in the division. 83% knockout ratio, or thereabouts. It's all there, and yeah, he's good.
So how do you win?
You win by just doing what you need to do, and whatever how it has to be on the night, who knows? I haven't got a clue.
Well, Denzel Bentley, let me ask you the same question, because I've just asked Nathan, how do you win? You've heard his answer. Yeah. How do you win?
For my last few fights, I've been looking for a stoppage, so I'm going to say I'm looking for a stoppage this fight. I think I can go out there and stop him. I'm not going to change that. I know he said some nice words about me, and I appreciate that. I think he's a nice guy as well. He always shows respect when he sees me, but I'm looking for a stoppage this fight.
And do you think you can get that stoppage?
Yeah, most definitely.
You ready for that, Nathan?
I'm ready for that, mate. Yeah, I'm ready.
You've been very nice. You've been very complimentary of Denzel here as well. It's quite refreshing in a way.
They're gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's why they're well liked.
Listen, no matter what you say here, makes no difference whatsoever on the night. Regardless of whatever thoughts Denzel has, what thoughts I have, we won't find out until the night anyway. And you are held accountable to your words, so choose your words wisely, because, you never know what could happen.
Denzel, look, he's going to bring a lot of fans with him. We know about that. Yeah. But I've heard you say you're looking forward to
No, most definitely. I have to. I mean, it's coming. You know what I mean? He's going to do loads of tickets. He's going to have the whole venue against me. I got to embrace it. So, but you know, the old saying, the fans can't fight for you. But I know he's going to train his best. He's going to be in the best shape possible. That this is his dream fight. So, I mean, why is he going to come underprepared? So I've got to be ready for the best Nathan Heaney possible. Like he said, no matter what we say tonight, it's not going to change, you know, what's essentially going to happen on the night or whatever or after. But I think I'm the better fighter, and I think I'm the better fighter with anyone I step in the ring with. So it's not even a personal attack on anyone. It's just how I feel about myself as a fighter. I think I can stop anyone I'm in the ring with. And on November 18th, I'll be in the ring with Nathan, and I think I can stop him.
Nathan, how many fans are we expecting? I mean, he's looking forward to it, by the way.
I really don't know, because the fight was only announced 10 days ago, so normally I always let my guys know a few weeks before, but I didn't know what was happening with me and Bentley in terms of the final details of it, so I couldn't let anyone know. So people only knew about 10 days ago. Hundreds have already bought tickets, but really I think it's going to be like the October payday where the majority are going to be sold. But yeah, the support's been phenomenal. So thank you very much, Stoke. I really do appreciate it. It's going to be an incredible night. Like I say, it's an historic. Just the fight for the British title is historic. Only 2 people from Stoke-on-Trent have ever won the British title, and the last person was the late Chris Edwards, and that was about 12 years ago that he won that super feather. So it's a massive night for the city and a massive night for myself, and yeah, we just got to do the best I possibly can.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Nathan Heaney. Thank you, Denzel Bentley. Frank, let's get a final word from you. This is a magnificent show, November 18th.
It's a fantastic show. Real evenly matched fights, world titles, European titles, eliminators for world titles, British titles, Commonwealth titles, and even an area title. This is brilliant. This is going to be a great night's boxing. Do not miss it. Do not blink. One great fight after another. It's going to be brilliant.
Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you to all the fighters that have been up here today and all of those tuning in, getting their messages from their rivals. We're going to get some face-offs down the front here and stick around on the stream. Thank you.
Good. All right, still rolling. Still rolling, Josh, yeah? Still rolling. Cool. Josh, you all right?
I know it's hard. I know it's really exciting. But we'll make the fights exciting, that's all that matters.
Ekow.
Get that.
Thank you, mate.
Blink.
Harry? We look at the cameras first. And I'm not doing it.
You don't need to.
Steve, tell me when you're done. Face off, please. You all done, Steve? Thank you. Yeah, thanks, guys. All right, Denzel and Nathan, please. Where's, oh, here he is. So you guys swap sides. I'll way around, sorry.
I'm at the away side.
Yeah, you are, sorry. The away side. Just the left side.
The away side.
So cameras first. Do the cameras first. No, what I'm going to do is just Queensbury boys with the bells. Just Queen Street fighters, Ryan, please. Let's go back to Queen Street team photo. The boys gone, Nick. Up you go. Who else we got here? Ekow. With a belt. So, and Liam, yeah, thank you. I never forget that game. So we're going to put Frank in.
Everybody just notch in a bit more.
Yeah, nudge in a tiny bit.
Okay, please, straight down the middle. Thanks very much, thank you.
Thanks very much, guys. Cheers.
All right, well look, Nick Ball, I've just seen you take a little photo of that. It's a big fight, it's a big night, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm looking forward to it. It looks good, doesn't it?
It does look good.
The poster, yeah, but it's going to look better on the night.
Well, what, the poster's going to change?
Well, when we're in the ring, it's going to change, yeah.
Lovely belt you've got there as well. I mean, I guess it's on the line against Isaac Dogboe. Biggest fight of your career, biggest test of your career. Now, I know when I asked you the other week if you've watched much of him, you said no. Now it's getting a little bit closer, getting a bit realer. You must have looked at him a little bit, right?
Yeah, to be honest, my mates watched him more than me. I watched his last fight. I watched 3 rounds of his last fight and then just turned it off. Because I tend to focus on myself, other than my opponents. So, yeah, 3 rounds and then seeing enough, turned it off.
What did you think in those 3 rounds that you watched? Was that the Rosie Ramirez fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one, yeah. Not much really, to be honest. I just I was bored. So I watched 3 rounds and then I had to go somewhere, so I turned it off. Yeah.
But you must appreciate this is the biggest one so far. I'd imagine so far, as you say, you always focus on yourself. I hear a lot of fighters say that. Anthony Yard always says, I'll just focus on myself. You've got that about you as well. But for this guy, you have actually watched a bit. Why did you do that?
Yeah, obviously this is getting to world level, innit? This is in touching distance, so obviously all fights are serious and I don't take no one lightly or underestimate no one. I'd never do that. But this one, obviously, he's a good fighter, isn't he? And I wanted to see. Everyone was saying he was similar to me, like come forward, like even yourself. You said like a little wrecking ball. So
yeah.
I wanted to see what he was like, and he was nothing like me. So I turned it off.
Back yourself in this fight big time, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
And I heard you say up there that you think you're the best in the country, featherweight-wise. And look, we've got Lee Woods in the country. He's a world champion. Josh Warrington was boxing very well in that fight as well.
Yeah.
Plenty of great featherweights. You put yourself top of the tree right now.
Yeah, I know I'm the best featherweight in the country. Yeah, and soon to be the world.
Just need that chance to prove it.
Yeah, that's it, innit? But I've got it now, to be honest. It's one fight away, innit? But obviously I'm not looking past him. But it's getting close now, and I can't wait to show it.
I can't wait to see it. Thank you very much, Nick Ball, for joining me. I'll take the fist bump and the mic, and we'll bring in Denzel Bentley. Nick Ball in action, November 18th, Isaac Dogboe. And what about this? My co-commentator, co-presenter,
Yes.
And now you're actually having a fight as well. Well done. Nathan Heaney, eh?
Yeah,
I mean,
Nathan Heaney.
big fight.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Big fight, man. I can't wait for it.
It's been quite nice to you up there.
Yeah, I think he's trying to soften me up a little bit.
Do you
but
think so?
I'm not buying it.
Do you think there's a little bit of I mean, look, he's a nice man
No,
anyway,
he is, though.
right?
Yeah, he is.
But, I mean, has that happened to you before, where at a press conference, the guy's actually sort of gassing you up?
No, never. I think everyone I fought has been kind of a prick.
So how do you feel
so
about
it makes
that?
it easy to, hurt them. But no, I mean, I just got to keep my game face on, man. I can't go in there and start trying to play nice with him and I don't want to hurt him. He's such a nice guy. Nah, man. Business is business on November 18th. After that, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? You could be cool or whatever. He's a nice guy. Like I said, he always shows respect every time I see him. He comes up and says hello. Former opponents, they see me and turn around and act like they ain't seen me because they don't want to, make any nice comments towards you or say hello or be friendly. But he just doesn't care, so I know he's going to bring it.
Anything happen in the face-off? I saw you just come face-to-face. What was it? I missed it.
No, I think he didn't say anything. He was just thrown off that he was on the away side.
Oh yeah,
But
first
yeah, I've been
time.
there a few times, so you know, it's not a big deal. It is what it is.
When I asked him up there why he wins the fight, he kind of said, well, no one knows, you never know what's going to happen kind of
It's
thing.
true though, no, it's true.
But you were much more forthright. You said,
I
win
know
this
what I
fight.
want to do. That's exactly what I want to do. Do you know what I'm saying? How the fight plays out is how the fight plays out. Listen, all of this, we don't know stuff. It's true, we don't know till we're down the day. But I've set my mindset to a certain way about how I want to approach this fight, and that's how I'm going to approach it.
And he's got a WBA bauble as well. Also
Yeah, that he
on the
tried
line.
to leave as well, man.
I
You better bring it in November the 18th.
Will that be the last time he has that belt? Is that what you're suggesting, Denzel?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll have a version for himself, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, all right, look. When that first bell rings, let's play this fight out in your head. How does it go? What happens?
I just stepped to him, boom, big right hand, he's gone, my hand's raised, now I'm joking. I don't
Straight
know,
away?
man. I don't know, I think the first round will be, we'll be trying to figure each other out a bit cagey, depending on how he starts. You don't know how I like to start. I won't be surprised if there ain't much in it, but yeah, man, I know how I want to approach this fight. Still, I don't want to start saying the madness, because I'll have to, yeah, nah, I'm all right. But in my head, I know what I want to do.
It always feels like you're holding back a little bit.
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
I'll be honest, I do hold back sometimes. I don't want to be, I don't know, man, I'm not a guy that comes across, I'm confident in my ability, 100%, but I don't want to come across overconfident. And that's not the case with me. I'm just confident in what I do and what I can do. I mean, regardless of if it was Heaney or anyone else up there, I would have said the same things. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go back and check all my last fights. I think since the Linus fight, I've always been looking for the stoppage. I didn't get stoppage in that fight, but I've always been looking for the stoppage, you know what I mean? So that's just how I choose to fight. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it because he's a nice person, or I'm not going to amplify it because someone else is a horrible person. That's just how I feel when I approach fights, and I'm going to say it. But of course, you don't want to just start saying the most because it's unnecessary, innit? Do you know what I mean?
James Hennigan's picking you to win. How did you feel about that up there?
Yeah, no, he knows his boxing, man. He watches boxing, he pays attention, so that's good for him.
Look, I want to get your thoughts on a couple of other fights in your division. Obviously, your fight November 18th. We can't wait for it. There's also a unification going on. Your old foe, Janibek, is fighting Gualtieri. We're going to have a unified champion. Who's that unified champion going to be?
I think it will be Janibek, but Gualtieri is a good fighter, man. I remember watching him fight Falcao, and I didn't think he was going to win that because I hadn't seen much of him before. He put him over early in the fight and literally just took the fight away, won it wide. So he's a good fighter. He's got a lot of skills, got good movement, got fast hands as well. Doesn't carry much power though, or maybe he just doesn't use his power much. But Janibek's one of them guys. He's a smart fighter, calculated fighter. He punches very sharp. He hits hard enough, like you've seen in his last fights, to knock anyone out. And he's skillful as well. So I don't think he will lack in any of those departments. I think he has everything over Gualtieri. But Gualtieri's probably got that little bit more foot speed. He's quite quick on his feet. But yeah, I think Janibek wins that.
And give me the Denzel Bentley breakdown on Hamza Shiraz against Liam Williams.
I think Hamza wins that. I think you saw. I don't think Liam Williams has been the same since he fought Andrade. I think he took a lot of punishment in that fight, and it's really affected him. I haven't seen him take a shot well in his last two fights, which was one against G-Bank Jr. and the other on a
the comeback fight.
Yeah, the comeback fight. Yeah, don't know the guy's name, but he got buzzed in that fight with a jab. Chris G-Bank put him down 4 times with a jab, and we all know Hamza's got a good jab. So unless he can, deflect that jab or take that jab away from Hamza, which I can't see him doing, he's going to struggle in that fight.
Okay. All right. Finally.
Yeah.
November 18th.
Yeah.
Denzel Bentley.
Yeah.
Nathan Heaney. Is it going to be and still British champion?
100%. 100%. Yeah, I can't afford to lose this fight. I just can't afford to lose it. So, as he's coming to live his dream and fight as hard as he can, and I'm fighting to keep my dream alive. So, it's going to be one of those fights where you're going to see the best of both of us, and I'm coming there to put on an explosive performance. Like I want to shine. I want to steal the show, just like I did on the Joyce Zhang undercard. I want to steal the show. So, I'm here for it, man.
Love that. Thank you very much, Denzel Bentley. Fist bump and mic.
A
Sorry, handshake. Guys. Just take the mic. That's Denzel Bentley. Let's keep things rocking. Let's bring in. Wow, we are in great company here. I mean, you've been telling Frank you're next up, right? You're going to be Frank's next superstar, Mr. Liam Davies.
Yeah, that's what I believe. So, give me a couple of months, get this one out of the way, and he's talking about world title in Telford, so hopefully we can make it happen.
Well, we finally got you out of Telford now, eh? You got to fight in Manchester. Like, do you know what it's like up there and stuff? Have this is your first time ever leaving Telford in the history of your life, correct?
Yeah. Born and bred, Donington born and bred. Told you before, deep in the heart, sick in the head.
Yep. But you must be excited to be, AO Arena, Manchester, big show, and you're not the main event this time. You're part of a stacked card. Do you prefer being part of a bigger card, or prefer being like the top boy in your hometown?
I nearly done a Chisora.
Go on.
If I ain't main event, I want more money. I want more money. It's different, innit? It's a good card, and I've always said to my manager and George and Frank, like, it doesn't matter where I fight you in a ring. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I think as well the people at Telford are looking forward to travelling. People are asking me when they see me, are we going to have a change of scenery? Went to Birmingham a few times before, so good memories. Got a good few coaches on, and I'm looking forward to it. And Telford on tour.
Telford on tour. Look, Denzel Bentley just said he's looking to steal the show. I know you're looking to steal the show as well, though, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going on early, so I'm going to start the show with a bang and leave the pressure on the boys to try and compare themselves. But yeah, I'm looking to come and do a job on this fella, and I'm looking the business in the gym, so it's just about carrying it on. I got good momentum behind me now, training hard, and what a card to do the business on, and that's my aim, to look the business better than everyone else. That's
than everyone else. What do you make of your opponent then? He's unbeaten. He's got a bit of pedigree. He's won a few belts himself. What do you make of him?
Yeah, he's undefeated guy. He's hungry. The way I'm looking at it, this is his big opportunity. He's probably never been on a stage like this. He's getting well paid, and he's probably thinking, if I can win, I'm gonna get even more. And it's my job to knock that belief straight out of him, like I've said before, from the blocks, knock it straight out of him, and show him and the whole country, whoever's tuned in to TNT Sports, that I am a serious boxer, and I will become world champion. That's the only belt I haven't got now, and I'm going to keep banging on about it till I got it.
Well, look, you mentioned something up there about spaghetti legs as well, so you got some big plans for our Italian friend.
Yeah, that's as much. I know he's Italian, and I know spaghetti, so I thought the legs are going everywhere.
Very clever, very clever. You've always had this inner belief, this confidence. I've always seen it in you. I think you'd fight Inoue now, wouldn't you? If he said, yeah, do you want to fight with me, Liam Davies, you'd take it, wouldn't you?
I always said this, when people ask me and they say you're daft, a boxer, fight anyone. I had over 120 fights. I box everyone and anyone, but like I said, it don't seem like it's not. So I'm not going to stand here and call him out, because that's disrespectful. He's a great fighter, but if I get a phone call saying you got £500,000 saying go to Japan, fucking turn up there with a big smile on my face.
Good man. And what a smile as well. We're loving the new teeth, Liam Davies.
Yeah.
What a smile.
That's it. Big up Frank and them. They're paying me well. I can afford it now.
There you go. Good man. Liam, I can't wait for your fight. Just finally tell us, what's actually going to happen in your fight? Do you know yet?
Well, like, this is how I'm coming with it. It's my vision. I done one fight this year, 1 round, and I'm not looking to do no more than 4 rounds. So, Telford, put your money on the first 3.
First 3. Thank you very much, Liam Davies. Pleasure, as always, to speak with you. Liam Davies in action. Vincenzo La Femina, European title coming up. And let's speak to a man who is also in action, the Piranha.
Yes.
You ready to take on Anthony Cacace? I mean, he's pretty good, you know.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's a massive step up for me, like you say, but don't take the risk, you don't get the rewards.
And the reward is big. I mean, it's, obviously there's going to be, stuff on the line, but also you become a man who's just beaten Anthony Cacace. You become, I guess, a top 10, maybe a top 5 super featherweight in the world. It's huge.
Yeah, like you say, it's a big opportunity for me. It's a massive jump up. And I think all them years that I'd lost through a couple of years ago, I'm kind of regaining it again. I'm jumping up a couple of levels. Do you know what I mean? So I'm skipping, I could have had a couple of defences of my WC International title, but I'm jumping straight up to fighting Anthony Cacace. Massive jump. So all them years I did lose, I'm regaining again. So if I win this, I've skipped them levels again. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully I'm making up for lost time, mate.
Is he someone you've kept an eye on? I mean, he's been a Queensbury stablemate for a few years now. I'm sure I'm sure you've seen him fight, right? So, like, have you kept an eye on him?
I don't. If I'm honest, I don't watch much boxing, but I know obviously I know about him. Now it was presented to me before on another show, and his opponent didn't get a visa and that. I accepted, but whatever reason it didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? So it's always been there and thereabouts. It's always been mentioned here and there. But yeah, to be mentioned actually for it to happen, it's a big thing, and I've got to grasp these opportunities of both hands.
Well, on his Instagram, when he announced the fight, he said, "This is a gift, son."
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Well, I am younger than him, a lot younger than him. Do you know what I mean? So, but like I say, it can be. It could be a gift. You know what I mean? It could be a gift to me, propelling my career to the next level. So I'll take it if it's a gift. I don't care as long as I win, mate. Any gift.
9 years. I think you're 9 years younger than
Yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
Cacace. What do you think about that?
Well, hopefully it plays a factor. Do you know what I mean? He's had a long career. Do you know what I mean? He's 9 years older than me. I feel like I'm coming into my prime now. I haven't had a tough career, if I'm honest with you. Like, I've had a stop-start career, no hard fights, so I've got loads of miles on the clock. So I'm hoping, well, not hoping, no, I know what I'm capable of, do you know what I mean? But that could play a factor, who knows? But the main thing is, as long as I come away with a victory on the 18th of November, I don't care whatever factor, do you know what I mean? As long as I win.
What is it that you think you can do better than Anthony Cacace?
So I know what I'm capable of, do you know what I mean? I don't know what I can do better, do you know what I mean? I don't care. All I know is that the Ryan Garner that I know what I'm capable of, if I turn up on the night, I'll come away with a win. That's the only thing.
All right. Okay, all right. And if he's watching, I don't know if you want to tell him anything, but he might be watching that. He might be calling you son. He might be calling you all sorts.
Nipper.
Anything you want to tell him?
Nah, listen. I'm not one of them fighters. Yeah, I got nothing to say. Do you know what I mean? I just do my fighting in the ring. Do you know what I mean? He's a good fighter. I believe I'm a good fighter. And I think that our style's going to gel really well. Do you know what I mean? I think it's going to be an exciting fight. So I know the fans are going to be in for a good one.
Okay, all right. Best of luck
Top
to you,
man, Dev.
Piranha.
See you on the
Great
18th.
fight. See you on the 18th. There we go. Well, let's bring in the hitman. We've just lost a Piranha. We've got the hitman here.
Yeah.
Maybe the nicest man in the room. Nathan,
Maybe,
are you?
Maybe.
You're a nice man, right?
I'm just a normal man. I'm a normal man, mate. Yeah, but you say, yeah. Listen, it's a bit weird because like Liam was like, "Oh, you're a bit nice up there." I was like, "I'm not nice, mate. I'm just speaking fact. I'm speaking factually the way I see things." But yeah, it's I still punch people in the face. You know what I mean? Like it's I'm the nicest hard bastard you'll ever meet. You know what I mean? So that's it. That's it.
I love that line. I did speak to Denzel Bentley. He said, like, oh, maybe you're trying to lull him into a bit of a false sense by being that nice, by essentially gassing him up at the press conference. He's used to people like playing him down or calling him names at a press conference. But are you trying to lure him in? Is there a little bit of games going on
I
here?
don't know. You can say that, or you can just look at my whole career and just think, am I any different now than I've always been? I've always been very respectful to every single fight I've ever boxed, and you know that. You've been to every single. I've boxed on TV now 8 times.
Yeah.
And not once have you ever seen me say anything bad, unless they really were absolute knobheads, and then I'd probably say something along the lines that might. But yeah, it is what it is. Like it's him. I know he'll have really bad intentions when it comes to the fight. Like you said, he's there for the knockouts. But it's obviously for me to do what I need to do.
What are you putting yourself through in the gym? Because I can see there's a bit of a shiner on there. It looks like you're having some good spars, right?
Well, all I'd say is just make sure if your wife says empty the dishwasher, you empty it straight away. Okay? No. This was a thumb in the eye. This was. You should never get a mark like this in sparring, especially because I wear a head guard. It's just like a small gap, but it was a shot, and just the thumb went straight through and poked me in the eye. Agony, to be fair, but it's not ideal for press conferences. But no, it's the training's no different than anyone I've ever boxed, because I always consider everyone in front of me the way I perceive Denzel very good. So yeah, the training's been exactly the same. It's obviously just ramping up a little bit now. We're 5.5 weeks away. And
that's interesting. I find that very interesting, because it's the toughest fight of your career, right? On paper, toughest and biggest fight of your career, biggest occasion as well. But you're keeping everything the same, because I guess it's all worked so far.
Yeah, well, why would you? If you've been performing well in your career and everything works, why would you change it? You just wouldn't. Like you just wouldn't. So yeah, me and Steve, we work extremely well together. Steve is one of the best coaches in the country. You'll never see Steve on camera. You'll never say anything because he wants to know. He's all about the boxer. He's all about his boxers, from the amateurs to the pros. And I have got one of the best guys you could ever have in your corner, and he loves boxing. I love boxing, and we work very well together.
How did that belt look to you up there?
To be fair, I didn't really. You couldn't see it too much. I was standing in front of someone. Yeah, actually, they're quite nice. Yeah. It's I was looking more in his eyes, to be fair, than the belt. But no, it looked very nice. But I've always thought to myself, you don't touch the belt until it's yours. So like, I didn't think, I'll have a little touch. You touch it when, even before my first ever title fight, and it was the Midlands area title, and it was right there. I thought, I'm not touching that until I'm the champion. So. Because then obviously you get the reward from the graft that you put in. But no, it looks it's the best belt in British boxing, probably in world boxing. In fact, it's very prestigious. It's got a lot of history behind it, and yeah, it looked very nice. If I won it, I'd certainly go to my local Aldi, wearing it.
Yeah.
Forget your Gucci. I'm wearing my Lonsdales. I mean, that's it. So
you would not take it off.
No.
Look, you didn't look at it when you were faced off with him, but you looked into his eyes. You said. So, what did you make of that? What did you see, Nathan?
No, I didn't see anything. Like I say, it's nice because normally when you're staring off, the person in front of you is like this, and you don't blink, and you're like, my eyes are really burning. Please blink. But he blinks. Which is nothing.
So you want that's a little victory.
No.
He's already
I blinked as well, to be fair, so it makes no difference. But yeah, it's we're 5.5 weeks in the fight. Like the fight week will be interesting, but yeah, it was sound.
Isn't there? Look, one thing you said there, don't touch it until it's yours. You won't touch that British title until it's yours. Will you be touching it on November 18th?
Well, that would be the plan. Yeah, that would be the plan. That's why I'm in the fight. I'm not in the fight to lose. Granted, not many people are picking me to win. Maybe even in-house people are thinking, because he's very highly respected and very highly... and he's looked after well as well. Queensbury, he's a great fighter. But I'm a Queensbury fighter as well, so it's it's interesting. Not many think I'm going to do it, but we'll just do what I need to do.
I've seen people on social media use words like mismatch. What do you make of that?
Oh yeah, it is what it is, and it's like you're going to get that. Like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, but the fact of the matter is, Denzel and Felix Cash was a 50-50 pick'em. Like literally, no one could pick. No, but then it was just one side. No, granted, it wasn't his night, but it's okay having opinions and stuff. I never saw the fight going that way. Like, so I thought Denzel was going to win that fight. So, like I said, opinions mean nothing. It's how you perform on the night, and he's fought at a higher level before, and he has. But I'm going through the levels myself now.
One more thing, I'll just keep you on. There's another big fight in your division in this country that's been announced. Hamza Shiraz against Liam Williams.
Yeah.
Give me the Nathan Heaney breakdown of that fight.
So, in my opinion, Liam Williams is probably one of the best I've ever shared the ring with. Granted, when I sparred with him many years ago, I wasn't fighting fit or anything, but he was just very dominant and very, very good. And he was lighting the domestic scene up. No, he was smashing everyone. Obviously, he went against Andrade, performed well. I think I said in an interview earlier, the Eubank loss really flattered Eubank. That wasn't Liam Williams. I don't know what happened in that fight, but he's had a lot of time out the ring at the high level at least. So whether that will affect Liam Williams, I'm not too sure. But Hamza Shiraz, devastating in his last few fights. Walked through one of the fights, a local lad that I know within the Midlands area, but walked straight through him, and then obviously had that Ukrainian lad. So the momentum's with Shiraz, and he is very dangerous. But who knows? The equaliser in that is Williams can bang as well, and he's very dangerous and very aggressive. So I will sit on the fence. I don't know who's going to win. Not like that lad that said he's sitting on the fence and pick Bentley. That's not
James Hennigan. I'm going to sit on the fence. I think Bentley's going to win. That was good. That was quite amusing.
Yeah,
quite amusing.
It's good.
Nathan, pleasure, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon.
You will, mate. You will.
Right.
Yeah,
what a gent. What a lovely man. Well done. What a lovely man. Yeah. Well, look, that's one lovely man. Let's bring in a lovely lady, Hannah Rankin.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good. Welcome to Queensbury.
Thank you.
To what a brilliant show to make your Queensbury debut on.
I couldn't ask for anything better. It's an amazing show, and me and Denzel were saying if we weren't on the car, we'd be watching it. So it's great to be part of it.
But it's not an easy fight, right? I mean, Emma Kozin, she's only been beaten once, and she's been beaten at elite level. Clarissa Shields is the only one to beat her.
Yes.
Quite a task.
Definitely quite a task, but I think I've got skills to do it, and I'm really excited about this fight. It's my opportunity to really showcase what I've been working on, and I'm having some top level sparring for this one, and I'm just ready to put on a show.
Who have you been sparring?
I've been working with Caroline Dubois, obviously one of our top talents coming through, and Lauren Price, so the UK's got some really good southpaws, so for me, I'm quite lucky like that.
I've seen pictures of you sparring Jazza Dickens as well. Like,
Yes.
you do spar the blokes, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yes.
You
I've been
sticking
having
it on
some
them?
work. Yeah, of course. It was fantastic to work with Jazza. He's such a gentleman, and, I got some really good work with him. So, yeah, it was good, solid sparring as well. Good prep. Can't ask for anything more.
You met Frank now. I'm sure you've met Frank a couple of
Yeah.
times, but it must feel good, right? You got a big time promoter behind you now, backing you en route to becoming what we believe to be a 3-time world champion.
Absolutely. It's been great to work with Frank. I'm very proud that he's asked me to come and join the team and work with you guys. And, he's got some fantastic fighters in his stable, and I'm proud to be one of them now.
You're a boxing fan as well, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, what do you make of this card?
Oh, it's epic. Like the Nick Ball fight and Isaac. Yeah, honestly,
I can't believe that's happening.
I can't believe it's happening either. I used to watch Isaac Dogboe spar down at Miguel's when I first started out boxing. So, I've been watching him train for a long time, and Nick's absolutely flying at the moment. So that fight in itself is just epic. And then you look at everything else on the card. Ryan Garner with Cacace, that's a great fight, really good matchup. Obviously, my Scottish stablemate, Nathaniel Collins, in against Zack Miller, 12-0 versus 12-0. Can't ask for anything better.
It's quite good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really excited to be part of this card, and there's some great fights for the fans. There's something for everybody. Doesn't matter what you like. There's something on this card, and it's all for titles.
It's all for titles, including the world title that you're going for. I was having a little look on your Instagram.
Yeah.
You seem absolutely obsessed with success, with getting to the top again, to getting to the pinnacle of the sport. Tell me a little bit about this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but tell me a little bit about this obsession that you have.
Well, I got into boxing. I didn't get into it to my early 20s. I was just doing it for fun and for fitness, and then I really got a passion for it, and I really got involved in it. And obviously, fast forward 20 fights later, I'm a former 2-time world champion, and that probably shows you my sort of level of mindset and towards being successful. I didn't get into it to finish something, I got into it to see how far I could go. So for me, it's always about, I'm going out there to put the best version of Hannah Rankin on show for everybody to see. And I always want to be an exciting fight, so I want to entertain the fans. My other career as a musician, I'm a performer, and that's in my blood. So
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, if we're going to see the best version of Hannah Rankin, that probably includes you playing the bassoon on your ring walk. Am I right?
Well, yeah, I've been asked this a couple of times. No, I can't actually do that, but it'd be. It's definitely made me a better fighter being a performer on stage. I'm used to being under those lights. I'm used to being in front of the fans. I'm used to having all the people there. I must admit, classical music audience, they're a lot more friendly and quiet, well behaved. But you know what? I get a buzz off the boxing fans, and I'm going to have quite a big Scottish contingent down for this fight. So you're going to hear them.
Brilliant. I can't wait for it. Welcome to Queensbury.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Hannah Rankin.
Thank
we'll
you
see
very
you
much.
very soon. I'll grab that off of you. That's Hannah Rankin, world title action on November 18th. We're going to keep things moving. I think I can hear an echo. Can anyone else hear that echo? Here's the echo. Did you like that?
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
do
that.
you want to grab that mic?
I thought he was going to start like vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom, because the engine as well. It's such a good name, Ekow the Engine Essuman. Now, Harry Scarff kicked off a bit at the presser. What did you make of that?
That was team.
You got more?
Yeah.
Come on.
I can flip some tables. Yeah.
Well, why didn't you?
Because I like to be calm and collected. But I mean, some people, like I've always said, you get given the right opponent, they'll bring out a different side to you. So, obviously in the last one in January, we was kicking off in the press conference, having our little war of words. Harry Scarff brought out this other side to me. So people see that vicious, physical engine come match time.
Ooh, is this engine going to run him over? Is that the plan?
Oh, roadside collision.
Goodness me. What did you make of some of the stuff he was saying in there? He said that when you've sparred, normally you have quite a loud and noisy gym, but when you spar him, it goes quiet.
Nah, I never went quiet with Harry. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, Harry. Sorry about that one. Never went quiet with him. We always banter. His coach, Clifton, he's a very vocal person. So obviously, naturally, come vocal to DCT. It's going to get vocal in there. Never quiet in the gym. We had some good spars. Don't get me wrong. We've had good spars. He's caught me with good shots. I've caught him with good shots. But they're nothing but spars. But like I said in the press conference, for him to come away as a super welterweight thinking, oh yeah, I got some good shots on a welterweight, buzzing over that. It's like, it obviously shows he has a lot more respect for me if that's the case. But him as a super welterweight, it didn't bother me in the respect he was a super welterweight. I've sparred some super welterweights and thought, okay, I can't just approach him the same way I approach most people, and he's got some pop, he's got this and that. He didn't give me that, so...
Has he got anything for you to be worried about?
He's got drive. Drive is a funny thing. So this is the British title fight. And British title can be some people's world championship fight. So I'm preparing for a very driven Harry Scarff with a very horrible, spoiling style. And so that drives me even further to be more physical, more nasty. You're going to see a very spiteful engine in there. And you guys are going to see a different side of me.
What did you make of the face-off with him? I mean, he's a bit taller than you, right? But obviously you've seen him, you've met him before, you've sparred him. But anything different from seeing him up close, like having him there in your face?
Not really. He was like, oh, you're shaking. I'm like, the only reason I'd be shaking is because I want to put one in your face, mate. And then he was saying all sorts. But I mean, as things that were said in the press conference, it's all right saying all this and that now. Come fight night, he's going to get it. You F around and you find out. He's around level 8 maybe, but I think you might find out level 12.
He's referred to himself as a kind of high-risk, low-reward fight. Obviously, you've got that IBF European title. You were linked to a fight with Cody Crowley. That hasn't happened. He's gone his own kind of way. Is there any frustration that you've ended up having to fight this horrible fella?
If there was any, the frustration is going to be taken out on him. So I don't see why he's happy about that. He's like, I'm mandatory. Yeah, it's mandatory for the beating, as I said.
Final prediction. What's going to happen?
Like I said, roadside collision.
Roadside collision. Thank you so much, Ekow, Essuman. Let's get that mic over there. And that is our launch press conference ahead of a magnificent show November 18th at the AO Arena Manchester, live on TNT Sports. You've seen everyone here today. We've got so many great fights, world title fights, British title fights, area title fights, all the title fights that you could dream of. November 18th. We will see you then.